Did you ever do something that felt so natural and so effortless that you didn't question whether it was right or wrong? You just did it. What do you do when you lose that feeling? Hi, I'm Nora Jocelyn, and I remember being a kid running through the woods, jumping, dodging, the freedom of being one with my surroundings. My brothers and I would explore for hours, coming back to the house dirty, hungry, and exhausted. It felt effortless and so natural to do those things. And I'm wondering, have you experienced that effortless before? Type yes below in the comments if you have. At some point, I lost that effortless. I lost that magic. I lost the joy of being in nature and running without care. I lost the freedom of running for the sheer joy of it. And here's why. Around the time of my adolescence, my body began to change. And my family went through dramatic changes in the structure. And I was silently dealing with a previous trauma. The natural effortless of my life that had been something I had experienced for years quickly turned into what I can only describe as anxious control. It eventually came out in my body image. This showed, again, when I started running, when my kids were young, not because I wanted to run or because I found it joyful. I began again because I hated my body, and all I wanted to do was to lose weight. So I spent hours upon hours running mile after mile under the guise of training. And I restricted my food choices because I was training first for a 5K, and then I started to lengthen the distances, working all the way up to a full marathon. I lost weight because I was training. And yet I was never satisfied with my results. I never thought I was good enough, and everything felt hard. What I know now is that when the energy that drives your actions is based in negativity, things will never, ever work out right. They eventually always implode. For me, that implosion was in the form of a broken ankle. And that broken ankle forced me to stop running long enough that I've never gotten back to where I had been prior to the break. It's been 5.5 years now since I broke that ankle. And these days, I know that I've done enough healing in the past 5.5 years to be able to realize that when I choose to run, I run for the sheer joy and the freedom that it brings, and the celebration of what my body can do. I'm not sure I'll ever get back to the distances that I used to run, but it certainly won't be for the reasons that I used to run if I end up at those distances. So what I want to know is, what's one thing that you do for the sheer joy of it, because it feels so natural and so effortless that it just flows. It just comes out, and it's something that you do. I really want to know. Post it in the comments below, that one thing that just gets you excited to do and you could do for hours and hours because it lights you up. You enjoy it. Love to hear from you. Chat soon.